Hello and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dayan Khan, and in this video I'll be walking you through an introduction to using the shell terminal in Windows, in this case Bash, in a high performance computing context. This video will be covering 4 topics: moving around and looking at things, reading and writing files, wildcards and pipes, and scripts, variables, and loops. So starting with the first topic, moving around and looking at things. Before I begin, I'd like to create a new folder in my desktop directory that I'll be using to store today's work. But before I can do that, I'll have to make my way to the desktop directory first. We can check the location of our current directory by using the pwd command or the print working directory command, and as you can see, we're in the root folder. We can see a list of the existing files in our current directory by typing in the command ls or list. As you can see, our current directory does contain the desktop folder. We can move to our new desired directory by typing in the cd or change directory command followed by the name of the directory, in this case the desktop. And the pwd command will show us that we have indeed moved from the root directory to the desktop directory. We can create a new folder in our current directory by using the command mkdir or make directory followed by the name we'd wish to give the file in the folder, in this case my student ID. And now if I press the ls command, we can see that a new folder with my desired name has been created. So now we can change the directory to the new folder and check our location with the pwd command. As you can see, we have made our way to the new directory. If by any chance you have made a mistake in navigating through your directories, you can go back one step by using the cd space ... command. And as you can see, we have returned to our desktop directory. To return all the way to the root directory, you can also use the cd space ... command to take you back to the root directory, as you can see. So moving on to the next topic, reading and writing files. The Bash terminal in Windows comes with a built-in text editor called Nano, and you can use the Nano command to create a text file with your desired name, in this case draft.txt, and if I press enter, it will bring you into the text editor. I'll type in "this is a test," and to save, I'll press the Ctrl O button. It'll ask for a file name. I'll leave it as is and press enter, and as you can see, it shows you that the file has been saved. The Nano editor also supports cut and paste options that can be used using the Ctrl K and Ctrl U buttons respectively. I'll be using Ctrl X to exit the editor. Now if I list the directory, I can see that a new file with the name draft.txt has been created. But if I want to rename the file, I can use the mv command followed by the current name of the file and then the new name I'd like to give it, in this case test.txt. And as you can see, the draft file has now been renamed test. You can print the content of a file using the cat command or concatenate followed by the file name test.txt, and as you can see, the content of the file has been printed. You can copy a file using the cp command followed by the file name and the name of the copied file, in this case test1.txt, and you can now see there are 2 files in my current directory, test and test1. Say I want to create a new directory named files and move all my current files there. I'll first create a new directory named files, and as you can see, new directories in your current directory will come up with the color purple, with every other file colored white. If I want to move the test.txt file into this folder, I'll use the mv command followed by the file name and the location name, and as you can see, it's no longer in our current directory but rather inside the new directory. You can delete files using the rm command followed by the file name. In this case, test1.txt, and it has been removed. But if you'd want to remove a directory including all of its contents, you'll have to type rm-r and then the directory name. And as you can see, there are currently no files in our current directory. You can use the bash terminal to download files using the curl-O command followed by the URL of your choice. I will be providing the URL in the description below. And then press enter. As you can see, it will show you the files being downloaded and the time that it takes to download them. Now if I use the ls command, you can see that a new tar file has been downloaded, which is an archived file. You can use the command tar-xvf to unarchive your file. So I'll type the name bash and press tab, and the name will fill itself. The X will extract the file, the V will list the extracted files, and the F will show you the file names. And now you can see that my current directory contains all of these files. Say you want to see the first 10 entries in a file, then you can use the head command followed by the name of the file. I'll be using this one in this case. Copy, paste, and it shows me the first 10 entries in the file. You can read the last 10 entries in a file using the tail command, and the less command will show you all the entries in a file page by page. Moving on to the third topic, wildcards and pipes. Wildcards act as special search queries when we want to look for certain things in a file. For example, if I want to see the line count of a file, I can type in wc-l followed by the file name. I'll be using the same one that I've used before. Copy, paste. So it shows me that this file has 542,048 lines of text in the file. Say I want to see the line count of all the files whose name starts with srr. So I can use the command wcl srr and then use the star command. And as you can see, I have received the line count for every file whose name starts with srr. And to check the line count of every file, I can use the command wcl and then star, and the line count of every file has now come up. You can use the echo command to print out whatever you write in between two apostrophe marks. So in this case, if I want to write test, it will print test. But if I want to put this writing directly into a new text file, I can type the same command, test, with the greater than sign, and then the name of the file, so test.txt, and press enter. You can see that a new file has been created, and if we concatenate test, you will see it contains the text that we put into it. Say I want to create a text file that shows me the line count of all the files in my current directory. Then I can simply use the wc-l star command as shown before, followed by a greater than sign and the file name, in this case linecount.txt. And if I now print that file, linecount.txt, the file now contains the line count of all the files in our current directory. So moving on to pipes. Pipes allow several commands to be chained together. For example, if I want to see how many lines in a text file has the letter B in it, for example, if I want to see how many times this file has the letter B in it, so I'll be typing in the grep command, which is a search utility, grep b as that is what I'm looking for, and then the file name. Pipe, and then wc-l, sorry, my bad, l. And as you can see, there are 4,510 lines with the letter B in it. Say you want to see how many files there are in your current directory, so you can use the list command with the pipe and then wc-l. There are 22 files. In this way, pipes can be used to chain several commands together. So coming to the last topic, scripts, variables, and loops. Scripts are basically files that contains commands or codes that we put into it and that will execute when we run them. So let me first make a test shell script with the nano text editor. Nano test.sh. Now before we can start writing any shell script, in the first line we need to type hash exclamation mark /bin/bash so that the terminal can identify this file as the shell script. Now if I type in the command echo hello world and then save and exit, and then if we run the shell script, we can run it using this command // and then the script name test.sh, and it has executed our command. Now variables are basically any strings, letters, or numbers that we assign, and say I create a new variable that contains my initials and the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. We can show that this variable has been created by printing it using echo $var, and as you can see it has been printed. Now if we return to our original shell script test.sh, I will show you that you can also type in variables directly into shell scripts and then call them in the terminal. So in this case, echo $var2, and I'll be naming this with print from file, save, and then I'll run the shell script test.sh, and as you can see, whatever I've written in the shell script has been printed. Now loops are a set of commands that runs for every set operation. So let me show you an example. If I create a shell script that will show you a loop command, in this case I'll name it loop.sh, and I'll first be showing you a code and then explaining it. For every var3, it'll enter the variables a, b, and c. So do echo var3 means they'll print it before adding it, and then it'll complete, and then it'll start again. So this simple code will keep looping and adding each variable that I've added to var3 and printing it till it reaches the end. So at first it'll add a, do add a in var3, and then it'll print it, done. B var3 print, done, and so on until it reaches C. So if I save it and exit and exit, run the command loop.sh, and as you can see, all the variables have been printed. So that's the end of my video. Thank you for watching.